Hello. We are live. Um, Thank you for joining me, Maria and Leon. Today we are live inside of our Vision Marketing and Design Team training, where we are live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So today is our Friday Q&A session. I do have some really cool updates to give you guys before we get started with questions. I want to just share my screen here once I move all these things out of the way. Just a second. Okay. So, oops. Okay. So here we go inside our suite of tools, which we use HighLevel. If you've never watched any of our training before, HighLevel is a white label SaaS platform that we use inside of our training program and for our clients. So a couple things that I did want to talk about, how this question came up, and I wanted to show you how easy this is. First of all, how to create a link. So if you have a website and let's go to this test website here. Or actually, let's go to this YouTube. Okay. So we go to this website here, and on the thank you page, I'm going to open this up. We're going to open in a new tab. And if you have like an ebook or something like that you want to deliver, you need to attach it to a button. Okay, so like this button here. But when you click the button, you'll see that it gives you the option to do a website URL, give access to a membership, but there's no option to just download, right? To upload a file. So what you can do is go to your gallery here. And let me bring it up here. Go to your media gallery here. We're going to open it up. And I'm just going to upload a PDF file. So I'm just going to choose, we'll just choose this one here. And when it uploads, you'll see that if you click on it and you right click, you'll see get the link. Okay. So when you copy that link and you go back to your website here on the thank you page, and we'll open in a new tab. Then all you need to do is scroll down to the button and then choose website URL, and then you can paste the link that we just created there. So that stores everything on your account, and then when it's live, as soon as your lead clicks the button, it will download that file. Okay, so that's something that I definitely wanted to show you how to do. The next thing is invoices. We can now invoice clients inside the platform. So if you go to payments, you do need to have your Stripe account connected. And this is my demo account, so I don't have it connected. But you can see here that it's really super cool. You can check out, how to create it, play around with it or whatever. You can track your orders here, different transactions, any products that you have, your tax settings or integrations, and it does integrate with PayPal and Stripe. But to create an invoice, you just need to click here. And you'll see here, you just want to select the file for, your logo or whatever. You can click here to add the client, and it shows from the drop-down list here. So you don't actually have to enter all those things in. And then it will pull in the products that you created back in this area, in the payments area, these products here, that's what it's going to pull in. So you can select, I don't have any stored here, but you can also add new ones there if you want to. Okay, so super cool if we want to preview it. We didn't add anything, but that's kind of what it looks like there. The next thing that is new is, let me close this out, emails. So if you go to emails, you'll see now we have the ability to create folders. It used to be when you had all of these, email templates and things that you would just have to keep going page by page by page, but you can actually organize them now by folder. So if I just want to say training, and I'm going to create a folder there, then we can move the emails into let me get back here, into whatever folder that we want to move them into. This isn't my way. So you would just move to the folder. Okay. And then also if I was looking for maybe a template, then I can just type in the search term that I'm looking for, and that makes it really easy to find. The next thing that's super cool, you guys might not know about yet, is the automations. When you go to a workflow, like let's see, maybe this one here, you now can delete a specific step, or you can copy. Okay, so here's the thing that that everyone wanted the ability to be able to do. Like if I wanted to just delete this step, I had to delete everything after it, but now we don't need to do that. Same with copying. If you want to copy, you can copy an individual step, or you can copy all the actions from here. So if I wanted to basically restart this whole flow, I could click here and then do copy, and then copy all actions from here. And then you see, I just want to go wherever I want to paste it, and then click there. And then now it's copied the whole workflow there. So super, super cool. That is all I wanted to share with you guys. Super cool updates. So how's it going? How's your week? Do you have any questions?
I do, but that was amazing. That's a lot of updates.
Yeah, yeah.
Gosh, thank you.
So many more coming.
Oh boy, you're always giving good quality stuff. I'm still working on my presentation. I'm just slow like a turtle. But one of my issues is with Canva. I tried to change, I didn't like my presentation, and I went in to try to change the templates, but when I click on apply to all, it takes all the words out that I've already have on my template. So then I went back, and I don't lose anything. So, but you can't do that in Canva, can you?
No, but what you can do, let me get logged into my Canva account here so I can show you.
So I've been trying all week to try to, and then I said, oh, I'm going to have to write everything again.
Yeah, and unfortunately, once you choose the template, you might get stuck doing that, but I'm going to show you a way that you can look at it before you decide to change things. So what you can do, and this is exactly what I would do. I would go up here to resize. I don't know if you're a pro member, but if you are a pro, then you can copy and resize. Okay, this is what I do every single time. I'm like wanting to change something, but I want to definitely make sure that the original is good in case whatever I do is not cool. So what I do is I just choose the same size, and then I do copy and resize. Okay, so I've copied the whole, even though it's the same size, I've copied the whole presentation. So now if I wanted to go through the templates and say, I like this one, and I'm going to replace like, the current page or whatever. I haven't really lost anything because I can go back, and this is what the text I had on my first slide. It will make you definitely have to redo all the words and things like that, but it will make sure if you do decide like, hey, I just totally need a new template, that is really the best way to do it so you don't lose anything.
Okay. And I have one more question on this. When I did my like say, for example, the first one, and I have one, I'm sorry, my dog, one bullet point, and then I want to get the second slide with the second bullet point. When I click on for the second slide, the first bullet point slides in with the second one. How do I make it stationary so it doesn't slide in?
You can just click on this here, and then just make sure when you click animate that there's no animations. Like this one, it doesn't have any, but if I was to change it to like typewriter, then what I would have to do is make sure that I select it and then remove the animation. So like with mine, if I, what I do is like, I like for the first one to slide in, but it looks weird because then it slides out and then the new one slides in. I think that looks weird. So I actually just stopped using the animations on the actual bullet points. Like if I am presenting this here, let me go to, where's, here's what I need, present. So this right here, this is the one that I do. See, there's no, it doesn't scroll in. And I did play around with that because, I love all those animations and cool things we can do. But I thought it looked weird. So I actually don't use the animations. And what I do instead is I create one slide, and then I have the text here, and then I create. So basically what I would do is I would create this slide first. and then I duplicate it and then remove this one and then duplicate it and then remove both of them. And that way I know that all the text is in the exact same spot and the same, height and all of those things. So when you're sliding through, it looks really like it just appeared there instead of actually being a whole new slide.
That's what I'm trying to get to. And I remember you said that, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I just created one slide, and then the second slide, I put the second bullet point. Then the third slide, I put the third bullet point. But when I come in, when I click on it, it slides the first one. And I thought I removed the animation. I guess I have to keep working on it. There's not enough videos on YouTube about this stuff. Canva. And you know what I did just to say I'm trying to do something is I did find a video on how to do the QR code. And I made my own video on how to make the QR code, which I'm going to post. But I couldn't find my Canva affiliate link. So I've been bugging Canva about it. And I'm sending them messages, and I'm still waiting for them to give me an affiliate link, which I don't have yet. Then I'm going to post that. I figured out how to do that in my search for how to figure out how to do this. So
you went down a rabbit hole.
Yes.
But you found the answer, though. I mean, yeah, you're here, so it's like you'll definitely figure that part out.
Yeah,
that's I always I start from the end, and then that's what I do. I just duplicate and delete.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it looks really good anyway, even without the animations. But I'm like you. I love how you can just go to the next slide, and then it comes sliding in. It looks really cool. But yeah, sometimes too much animation is.
Yeah, I don't want any. I would like to just more formal presentation. But anyway. And by the way, your LinkedIn presentation was great. I love that. I just had one last question on that is, how do I use LinkedIn? Because it's so much more for professionals and doing professional stuff and jobs to really access people looking for affiliate marketing opportunities.
I wouldn't go looking for people who want to do affiliate marketing. I would look for the people who are interested in what you provide. So people, for example, with the gold and silver thing, who are people who are investors? That's who I would want to look for first. Maybe crypto people, maybe they would be, they're already investing, that type of audience. That's kind of but I would also be weary of that because there's so many spammers and scammers and that type of thing. But it really goes back to, I understand that's kind of a tricky one, but I would definitely go for the investors, because really who's going to be investing in gold and silver? What is that avatar? And we talked before about the people who are just like you, that would be interested in that. So and maybe LinkedIn is not a great market for you. So maybe, I would say, if you want to target people exactly in your position that are exactly like you, which I always recommend first, because who knows you better than you, where do you go to spend most of your time? Are you on LinkedIn? Are you on Facebook? I would look for, and the number one mistake, don't go to make money on Facebook. That's you will so waste your time. But go to groups people who are retired, disabled, those types of groups, and then maybe even form your own group and invite people to it. Hey, we're doing a retire. I would link the retiring and then disabled in something. Maybe invest in your future type of group, and then invite everyone that I know that a lot of people who are disabled, and just call it a support group, because that's really essentially what you're doing. Just like you're trying to support yourself and ensure that you can take care of yourself, and other people just like you are wanting to do the same thing. So what a great solution it is that you have to offer.
Oh, yeah, just great. If you don't mind, I just wanted to say hello to everybody, and I was going to say that for retirees and people in that category, I think that a lot of these people have a lot of more time on their hands, and that you have more time to learn a lot of the tools and to do a lot of things that a lot of other people just don't have the time. So I wouldn't underestimate these people in terms of what they're willing to participate in and what they're capable of. That's just an idea.
Yeah, just like that's what I'm saying. Just like Maria. Maria, she's ready to take action. She's willing to learn the tools, and
Yes.
she has that motivating why that so many people just like you, and you have the benefit of knowing what it's like to be in their position. So that makes you immediately have that commonality that you can approach them with.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great suggestion. I have to keep that in my mind and do that. Thanks, Leon.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
It's definitely, I think we, as in marketing, we overthink things, really. We're just trying to find the person just like us. That's really it. And it's like, for me, I want to find all of you guys who are just like me, who is like, you're motivated, you're willing to learn, you're willing to take the time. You just need the guidance. So I'm just bringing you along with me. I've never, ever said I am a multi-millionaire guru or whatever. I've just always said, I'm just going to teach you what's working for me and support you when it doesn't, just tell you the options and all of those things. And that's so important, because I think a lot of people feel like they can't even make a tutorial video unless they have like a Ferrari in the driveway. And in reality, the market is tired of that. We're tired of seeing like people in private jets and throwing cash everywhere, because that's not what attracts us. What attracts us is people who are successful, people who are where we want to be. And in reality, most of us are not striving for Ferraris and, swimming in cash. I mean, I personally don't even like cash. I wouldn't mind if it was in the bank, but,
Yeah.
But I have to say, you saying that, but I have to say, hi, Linwood. And Linwood has a new baby. I have to say, congratulations on that baby, Linwood.
Oh, yay. Congratulations, Linwood.
But it's not a real baby. He knows what I'm talking about. Linwood.
Sure. I saw on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm teasing him. Linwood, it looks nice. I told him he's going to look good in that one.
Yeah, I totally.
He's not even talking. I think he's busy right now, but he hears us.
I screenshot it and I shared it to my sister in our private text.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There you go. It's a Range Rover, Leon. White Range Rover.
Nice.
Except it wasn't really, Leon. It was. You should friend Linwood on his Facebook page and check it out. It was pretty funny.
I will. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. But I agree with you. What you're saying, Bridget, about people are tired. I know I roll my eyes when I have to see all that, as far as the, the private jet. Not everyone. There's a small percentage that do it. Yay. But most of us just are trying to get, a nice extra income or income that we can retire with. There he is. Hello, Linwood.
Hi, I was just catching the tail end of that. Sorry about that. I was kind of away from the phone just for a bit, getting back into the car.
We were talking about your baby that your
new baby
shared on Facebook.
I thought that was so funny. I said I have to borrow this from somebody who had posted it and share it myself.
I literally laughed out loud, like LOL.
Yeah. But the funny part about it is reading the comments. Now, somebody says, "Oh, that's great, congratulations." Well, are they saying congratulations because they think I actually bought that and have that car, or are they saying congratulations on the new chairs?
So many levels in the social media madness.
But most of the people who commented, they did get it and understood that it was a big joke.
It's a great
I didn't get it. Somebody break it to me. I thought you really got the car.
Oh, Maria. Oh no!
What had happened was.
What had happened? Tell me the story. I don't know.
Go ahead, Bridget.
What had happened was, Maria.
Okay.
No, Leon.
Let me get a cocktail for this. Wait a minute. Here's my cocktail. Let's go.
For everyone who was watching, it was a picture of a beautiful white Range Rover that, you know, Linwood was like, oh, I hate to brag, but I just, you know, got this new baby and all this stuff. And then he said white was the only color they had available. And I can't remember exactly how the punchline goes. And this is why I ruin every joke, but it was something about lawn chairs. It was like four lawn chairs in the background, and anyway, I totally ruined it. But
it basically said, I just got these 4 new lawn chairs, and I can't wait for summer.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't get to the bottom. I guess I saw the car. I got so excited for Leon for Linwood that I was like, oh wow, that's so cool. He's gonna look good in there.
You didn't even get to that part where it was the lawn chairs.
I just saw that car and it was blown away. I was like, he's going to look good. I can't wait. He's such a nice guy. And I was like typing away. I was like, you're going to look great in that.
Well, you know, there's 4 of us and he has 4 new lawn chairs now. So I think he needs to invite us all over.
That's right.
I was excited for the car. God.
Oh, thank you, Maria. One day.
Well, there you go. I got punked. Like your little panta in the back. I got punked. There we go.
Sorry about that.
We can't trust him anymore. He's a joker. He likes to joke.
Occasionally.
There you go.
Did you guys have any questions? I know Maria was excited about the LinkedIn thing, but what about you, Linwood? Did you have any questions?
I didn't have any questions about that one, and I was excited about that too. What my question was about is, I want to do a ebook, and I want to design, get a cover designed for it. Do you have somebody on your team who's into that?
Yeah, just send me a message. Let me know what you're looking for, and then we can send you a proposal. And you guys, yeah, if you guys ever need something like that, just because we don't have it listed as standard services, I mean, I have VAs and things like that that we can hire and do things like that for you.
Okay, that's great. No problem. Now, the actual ebook, it was created by someone else who has informed all of his followers that forget about what we were taught in school about don't copy. He says that's what people who are successful do, they copy. So I'm going to duplicate his ebook, and the first thing I tried was imported it, bringing it into Canva. But what I noticed is that there were some things, formatting and stuff, that didn't quite make the trip over. And what I was curious about is, who would you recommend, or is there a software you would recommend to do something like that other than Canva?
If you just want to import the ebook, is it a PDF file?
It's a PDF file.
You can use PDF Candy, which is free. It's a free software. You just literally, and I can show you here too. PDF Candy is awesome. Let me share my screen. Okay, so it's literally pdfcandy.com. And all you need to do is just choose the file that you're starting with. So we're going to start with a PDF. Where is PDF? PDF to Word, because Word will allow you to edit. So you just click here, and then you can add a file. Like if I added, let's see, let me add an actual like PDF here. Let me try this. So this, I mean, that's how easy it works. And then you just download the file, and then it downloads in a Word document. And then you can edit. You can do everything, you know, like, let's see, we'll just open it up here. So then, yeah, you can just edit. This is just a PLR checklist or whatever, but yeah, you can customize everything from here. Like if I wanted to remove this image or whatever, I need to enable editing first. But yeah, that's okay. What I would say. That's the easiest thing.
That's a big help. I'll definitely go there and check that out and give it a try and see how it goes.
It's really good for, I mean, you saw that menu. It's a massive menu. It's really good for converting, you know, many types of files into many other types of files.
Super.
Well,
thank you.
Well, Bridget, I'm curious with PDF Candy, you also would have the ability to take that same ebook, and just as Linwood was saying, you take that same ebook and copy, for the most part, all of the presentation, pretty much all of the commentary, all the content, except you could brand it to yourself.
As long as you have permission, yeah. And that's why I love PLR products, because it's very clear. It's like, it's created for you to duplicate. And where, like, if I was to write my own ebook and then let you guys have a copy, it would be catered to me. It would be talking about things about me and all of that. But when PLR products are created, they're created to be white labeled. So it's not going to tell a story about when I was a little girl, I used to ride a bike and it had peak, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to say that. It's going to be very created in a generic way and designed for you to customize.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
With the LinkedIn training, I missed most of the live trainings, but I did do some catch up in the evenings. So I've been looking at each one of the trainings, and I do appreciate the fact that you did a full series. So you've covered, in essence, you've covered a lot of ground, and you've shown us a lot of neat little tricks and a lot of things that are very relevant. For example, that little snippet right below your picture on the landing page, that little snippet, you're absolutely correct. That little snippet is like your broadcast page, because when you make comments on other people's posts or their profile, whatever the case is, that little snippet is going to follow you, and it gives you a chance to kind of market yourself and to brand yourself. So I immediately adjusted the information that I had in that little snippet right there, and I'm still working on other aspects of my profile. So I kind of need to do a basic training on LinkedIn navigation, to kind of make sure that I'm comfortable of how to navigate when people are trying to reach out to me, and vice versa. And what are the appropriate way to do this, whether it's making a connection or trying to reach out to people. There are certain ways to do that. And I will upgrade to the premium account. And today is my last day. So,
there's many strategies, and really since it's like, I could tell you what works great for me, but it wouldn't work great for you because you don't do live training Monday through Friday, what works great for me. And if you think about it, it's just the soft open. That's really what you want. You don't ever want to say, it's like a first date. You wouldn't just move right in for the kiss. You would, kind of warm them up. And so a way of warming people up on social media is by doing things that help them, by endorsing them. That's one great way. By, liking their posts and commenting, like I was showing with the automation. I honestly, my favorite technique with marketing is attraction marketing. It's just putting out massive amounts of content that positions me. It's like, people don't have to wonder if I know how to build a website, because I'm live 5 days a week showing people how to build a website, so if you are doing content that positions you, that shows that you know what you're talking about, and especially video content, we feel like we know the person, it helps to break down that barrier. That's why I was saying Zoom meetings are great, even though I feel like calls are less intimidating for people when they're just like, they need to just pick up the phone. But Zoom is so powerful because you're face to face, but what I do is I message people. They'll connect with me. However, if they send it to me and I accept, or I send it to them and they accept, I always message and say, hey, I want to definitely look at their profile. I want to pick something out that's relevant. I hate those, like the spammy, oh, I see that you're in, you're coaching, or what, like pick something specific out so they know that you looked at their profile. And then what I say is, hey, nice connecting with you. I'll keep you. I see that you do XYZ. I'll definitely keep you in mind if I have anyone who need, I can refer you to. And then I say, and by the way, if you're interested in learning how to promote or scale your business online, I do live training Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great day. And then I just kind of leave it at that. And then it's like, that makes them want to check me out. I haven't asked them for anything. I didn't say, hey, go to a link. Hey, book an appointment. Those are all annoying things that people on LinkedIn get tired of. It's so spammy. It's like 1 in a million of emails that they've seen. But when you're providing, when you're making it personal, that immediately makes you stand out. And then when you're saying, hey, just to let you know, I'm live here Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. I can't hear you, Leon. I see that you're unmuted, but I couldn't hear your voice. Still can't hear you. That's weird, though. It was like I did hear you. I can't hear you. You can type in the.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear Leon either, but I hear both of you.
I can tell it was good too. Leon's like, you just gave me an idea. Okay. Did you guys have anything else? Leon, you can put it in the chat if you had a question or something that I could answer that. You guys have anything else to say, or any wins this week, or any struggles?
Any struggles?
Maria, you had a win this week.
What was that? Doing my little video? No, I guess I did. I'm always looking to reinvent. Well, I did. I had a big win because I'll mention it. It's not out there. It's not private either, but he hasn't launched it. But you know how we're always looking, well, in my field, looking for traffic. That's all we talk about. How do you get people? So because I'm involved in different things, I'm in this particular group with this one guru, and he brought, well, I'll mention the name because he's famous, Anthony Morrison. Anyway, he brought him on, and they have some kind of project that they limited to a certain group of people, and somehow I got in to get traffic. And as of yesterday, all I do is send out these links, send out a link and send out this link. And it's a big traffic guy that uses clicks. Clicks, sometimes people pay $1. Well, he's paying for every time someone clicks on my link that he's provided, I get like 10 cents. And so that doesn't sound like a lot, but he's giving his own kids 35 cents. So we're getting 10. And from yesterday to today, this morning, when I checked, I had over 700 people who are actual leads. I have names, first and last name, and that's kind of scary, and email address. Now I don't know what to do with them. They're having a training on Monday. I'm like, what do I do with them next? But the project, the actual program itself has not been launched, and it was limited to, there were 700 people watching, and it was limited to 100. And I jumped on so fast that I got it. So it's like, you just send out 10 of these emails a day, and you schedule them. And that is like, do you know how well I slept last night? Not worrying about traffic, whatever. I'm not going to say the name because it's not public yet, but I couldn't believe it that I lucked up on that. It's like, I'm feeling like it was a blessing from, I don't know, it was from heaven, because I really needed that. Taking that traffic off my shoulders, and then now trying to figure out what to do with that huge list. I have a 700 people list right now, that these are people interested in building a business. Mm-hmm. That's going to free me up to do other stuff and learn the stuff I want to learn.
Yeah, that's part of that, how it's like you have to be making money. Otherwise, you're constantly stressed about the money. And so that's, it's such a weird balance. What I would say to do with that list before you ever upload it to
Please tell me what to do with it. I don't know. I'm scared.
get the email list and validate it. You can, if you're using like Mailgun, you could upload it to that. Pabbly has a good,
I'm using Get Response. Is that not the same thing?
no, because you what you're doing is you are taking the list and then you're having it scanned through a system basically, and it's going to tell you like, is it a real email address or is it a fake one? Because what happens is if you have like and inevitably you will have fake email addresses, but what happens is it tells you that. So if you upload the list to like Aweber or something like that, and then you send out an email campaign and it has a bunch of bad emails, then now that's doing damage to your reputation. And then, so it's really.
How do you do that? How do you scan it to what? I don't even know what you're talking about. I've never heard of that. That's why.
So do you have your actual list? Like where is the list at right now?
The list is inside this program. And this guy, this gentleman who put this whole thing together, that's all he does. He has over 1 billion people on this list. It's some huge amount of list. It's the list that everyone goes to buy. You buy from him and he sells. I can actually get to that point if I learn how to do that, to sell part of this list if I want to. So according to him, these people are validated. I mean, I'm not using that word like he said it, but he's saying these people are coming through on the list that he's created. I don't know, but if I want to do what you're saying, what do I do?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, finally. Hi, you got disconnected, Leon?
Well, no, I'm playing with two computers. I'm logged in twice.
Oh, we hear you echoing.
Oh yeah, there's an echo.
Yeah, right. I gotta, let's see if I could, let me fix the echo.
All right, Maria, I'm going to pull up my Mailgun account and I'm going to show you how you could do it on Mailgun. But there are tons of systems that you can use to validate emails. Like I know when I was with Builderall, I had Inbox Path. That was one thing. But since I'm using Mailgun, they actually have an email validation system. And again, you could use I don't know if I mentioned Pabbly just now, but Pabbly is a good one because it's really inexpensive. But let me go to, but right here in Mailgun, here is basically how, like, for example, if I had that list, if it was my list and I wanted to make sure that all the emails were valid, I would upload it here. So basically 10,000, you just move this little toggle thing, 10,000, or you said that you had, I guess
I
the
have
lowest.
about 800. It could be 1,000 by now because I sent more stuff this morning.
Yeah, and it looks like the minimum here is 10,000, but it's 0.008 cents per validation. So what that's going to do, though, is it's going to protect your email reputation. But you could go to Pabbly. Let me see here. And let's see what theirs is. All of them you have to pay if they're an email validation system.
Okay, I didn't even know about that existed, or I didn't pay attention.
And they could have, I'm not at all saying that do it now. They could be like telling you how to do this in the training or whatever. But Pabbly has an email validation system too here. And so less than 1,000, it's $5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got to read up on this. This is like a way to upload a list that you're buying or getting from someone just to make sure that these are, because if they're fake, yeah, I see what you're saying. I didn't know about that.
Yeah. And what you could do is once you have it validated, now you know all the emails are valid and all of that, then you could upload it into your Vision account and then, create a pipeline and follow up with them using all the cool tools and everything. And then really, that's really the power of an email list is great. But if you know that they're valid and you want to actually follow up with, think about what you could do with 1,000 valid emails. You constantly follow up with them, literally call them. I mean, if you want to be aggressive and you're like, I need to earn the income, I would take every single email, I would upload it to the list, and I would start manually calling. Hey, my name's Maria. You opted in for whatever and I'd love to talk to you more. How can I help you? Da, da, da. I mean, I would seriously call every
But
single one.
I don't have phone numbers. I don't think. It's just emails.
Oh, well, email them.
Well,
Email them with the intention of getting their information, book an appointment with them, whatever you can do to get in front of them and have a conversation with them.
Not put the offer in front. I'm leery of that. That will turn someone off right away. You're saying first get to, send them content, send them information, or send them the offer to talk to me.
The very first email that I sent, I would introduce myself, and then I would say, hey, if you want to learn more about making money online, I'd love to talk to you. It's free, just book a discovery call and share your booking calendar with them. And then once you make that contact, I would have in your signature, your name, your title, your link to your social media, your booking calendar. And then every email that you send them that is valid, that's value-based about making money online, because that's what they are interested in, then you always have your signature at the bottom there where they can always contact you. They can reply to the email. You can actually send emails that ask for them to reply. That's a good technique for building up your email reputation too, but definitely keep in contact and give them value for sure.
Can you hear me now?
Uh-huh.
Is that better?
Yeah, we're hearing you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still on I'm logged in twice because on one computer I have an audio issue, and I think my other computer is, getting me over the hump. But anyway, I have like about 150 leads that came through one of my WordPress websites. I built these, I put all these forms together, opt-in forms all over the place over the years. And so now I'm getting these leads and I'm not even sure where they're coming from. All the message will say is you have a new WordPress sign up. So it has an email and a name. And primarily I've been working in the make money online area. So I'm sure these people are probably interested in some version of make money online. So what I need to take that 150 to 200 people and put them into this program you're talking about to make sure that, it's a good list before I upload it to the CRM or to GetResponse.
Yeah, that's definitely what I would do. First of all, make sure that even when I moved from Builderall to HighLevel, I still I downloaded all my contacts, even though I kept a clean list and all that. But anytime you're moving from one platform to another, you should definitely just take that opportunity to make sure that they are all valid emails. And then you just upload them, and then it's just a matter of making sure to follow up. And the follow up is what makes the difference in the sales. It's also what makes the difference in everything, because a lot of the times when we get started in marketing, we think, well, we just need to capture the email and then eventually I'll send them enough emails and then they'll buy something from me. And that's just not the case. You need to be, especially if you're trying to be aggressive, if you need to make money right now, if you've been someone who's like, I've been learning for 2 years and I'm not making any money, then be aggressive. You have 200 leads. You have 200 people who opted in for something. If they have a valid email, I would start every day sending them some type of valuable information and since it's make money online, warm them up with tons of value. Can you
do a training on that, Bridget?
Of warming
a series on what to do, like what you just said, if you get a list, then you should put them through this validation, and then the first email should be maybe an introduction, and then you saying introduce yourself, a discovery call, a booking. I know we talked about booking, but a calendar. How did we, or just send us back to where you're supposed to go? I don't remember when you did that training, but I know you did one on booking calendar, and then get us to that point that because I know I took a class before on writing emails, and there's a series of doing it. It's like value. It's like a value ladder, I think they called it. You do value, and then then the offer, and then value, and then the off, something like that. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
it's like the jab, right hook, the Gary
Yeah.
thing where it's value, offer. Yeah, because that's really how it should be. But if you're taking a list that's already created and you want to kind of reactivate it, the best way to do that is check it. And I will definitely do a training on that. But the best way, make sure the emails are valid. And then start sending the emails, and make sure when you start sending the emails too, and check out the video that I did on how to keep your email list clean, because that's really important too. You want to make sure that you're only sending emails to the people who have opened an email. So I did a whole training on this, how you can create a tag as soon as they open an email. It also can trigger a whole new workflow once they open it, but that's how I keep mine clean. And I have like an 80% open rate on my emails. So like I have a really good clean list, and that's how I keep it clean, is I just make sure that when I upload, they're validated, make sure that I'm only sending to people who have actually opened an email from me. So like all these lead magnets, I do my best to encourage them to go. And, I know, Maria, you've seen a million trainings where I've showed this, how, they opt in, and then I'm sending ringless voicemails, and I'm texting, and the whole goal is to get them to go to the email, open and click. So if they have not done that, then I don't want to send them any more emails. But that action of clicking in the email or opening, that adds a tag, and then that lets basically the whole system know, okay, it's cool, let's send emails.
Are you saying that you have an 80% open rate with your emails, your email list campaigns?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That
We
doesn't
need a training.
mean that.
We need a training on that. That's a simple one. Keeping your email list clean to get an 80%. And everybody would tune into that because people want to know.
And obviously you've done that because you already do all of the things that we've mentioned. You keep it clean, and you're following a lot of the basic steps involved with good email campaigns, automation. You're consistent. You warm them up before you kind of go in for the jugular. Am I right? You take your time and kind of work your way up to that point before you make the heavy sale or close. So, but that is awesome, an 80% open rate.
Yeah. And it didn't start out like that, though.
Yeah, I get you. Right.
It certainly did not. So I appreciate the fact that I know it's a hard thing to do, because when I see it, I'm like, yay, I'm so excited.
Is that a mail gun? Is that mail gun you're using? Mm-hmm. Is that an autoresponder too?
It connects with, it's basically how you can keep your, it's the analytics part. It doesn't actually do anything as far as like it's just connected to HighLevel or Vision, whatever you want to call it. It's connected to my account. And then all the emails and things that I send are from my Vision account.
Do you use an autoresponder besides that?
No, I only use HighLevel.
You only use Mailgun.
Yeah.
But you're saying it works like a autoresponder.
Yeah, what you do is
set it up.
Yeah, because you set it up with HighLevel. So it's like basically, how we've talked about, like with HighLevel, you can connect your SMTP. Okay. You could connect like Gmail or something, or if you're using Bluehost, wherever you bought your email, and we've talked about that a lot. Mm-hmm. You can connect that and everything works fine. The missing piece, though, is the analytics. How many emails are getting opened, how many are landing in the inbox, how many are missing, how many are invalid. All of those things are what you can use Mailgun for.
Is that similar to Google Analytics?
No, because this is specific for your emails. Yeah.
By the way, Bridget, who was your email main provider before HighLevel?
I used Builderall.
And Boss.
Yeah. But I did not, and I was following all the same processes. This is one of the one of the main, things about leaving Builderall, because I know how to keep my list clean. I've used other softwares to keep my list clean, but Mailing Boss has huge issues with deliverability and all of those things. And so I just wasn't getting good open rates. And that's kind of how my decline with Builderall started, was like, I needed another like email system to send emails. And then the checkout system had problems. And then I needed another checkout. And then I had an affiliate program and it couldn't connect to Builderall because Builderall doesn't integrate with anything. So I'm like, now I need an affiliate. So like, it was a snowball thing of like, I just can't even use Builderall anymore because I have to keep replacing things. But I went Mailing Boss, and then I went to Active Campaign. And then when I went to HighLevel, I nixed them all, and now I'm all in.
How long were you with Active Campaigns?
6 months.
So that's right before you came to HighLevel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I came to HighLevel, I canceled my Active Campaign account.
And now you've got an 80% open rate. So between the time that between the last 6 or 9 months, apparently you've cleaned up your list to the extent that you've been practicing everything that you teach in your trainings, which is translated to that 80% open rate. You're not just talking, you're walking the talk. Apparently.
Oh yeah. I tell you guys, when I make bad decisions, I tell you guys, that's why I am not at all trying to showboat or whatever. Yeah, that's just the truth of it. I did these things. This is what I learned, and this is what I do. And that's why I teach you guys to do the same thing.
Before I forget, Maria, I'd like to know how I could participate in that, how you got this list that you've got, how I could get in touch with those people. And is that still open or?
No, that's it. That's like almost right now. It's not impossible, but he hasn't launched it yet. I'm involved in something else in another program that he made an offer to. I won't say all the names because it's just too much. But so no, and he has a wait list right now, and there was 700 people waiting to get in, and I got in. He only allowed 100, and then now those people are all on the wait list. Yeah, so. I could tell you when he launches it, when he's close to launching it.
And his name is Anthony Morrison?
Yeah, but it's not his project. He just offered it to us. It's not his project.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was just a blessing. I was at like he says, like that other mentor that I have besides Bridget, because I've had him for a while. He says, sometimes you have to be at the right place at the right time. Like right now, we're at the right place with Bridget because this is the right time. I'm blessed. I'm not speaking for nobody, but I feel blessed. That's why I'm here all the time, because she's giving me the structure that I need. And I watch her and she does it every day. And I'm like, one day, I'm not going to do it every day, Bridget. No, I can't commit. But one day I like to do one a week, like what she does. But, it's just, you have to be at the right place at the right time. And it's all about in the timing. Mm-hmm. It's all in the timing.
Well, absolutely. And something that Bridget said earlier is just critical. There's a lot of programs out here today that are really excellent programs. But one thing that Bridget mentioned earlier would really make the difference, and that is if you had the ability to generate a stream of income in the meantime, even if it's a minimal amount, until you build up your lead funnels, until you build up get that email list, you warm up that email list and all the other things, until you really, get off the ground and sort of get consistent with making the income. You need something to generate, to have income coming in. Otherwise, you'll find yourself being forced to spend a fair amount of your time doing something else. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I could use right now is just something that would allow me to generate income at a minimum, and I could work on some of these, these wonderful automated systems.
Yeah.
Eventually that automated system is going to pay off.
Oh yeah. And learning.
I've been waiting for something for a long time. Like I said, this leads thing, I just started doing it last night at 8:00. And I have 871 people. And it does make you that 10 cents. And right now I'm looking, and I was so excited when I saw a dime come in. Now I have $8 I'm so excited. That was totally passive. I didn't do anything. Well, I just clicked and sent those leads out and I see $8 there. I'm like, oh my God. And my upline that brought me into the business, the first, she also was able to get in and we were going back and forth going, I've got $1. And she's like, I said, I've got $1.20. And she said, you're trying to beat me. I mean, we're both excited over that because we've been doing this stuff for a long time. And just to see something come in, it's not small to us. It's like, it's not small to me. It's like $8. Like, wow. I'm so excited.
I was talking to someone about that the other day because she wants to start a coaching business. She wants to, she's really into Dave Ramsey and the, that whole program and things. But it's like $4,000 to get certified through the course. And I was like, okay, so you don't have $4,000. What can you do now? What skills do you have right now that you can raise the money? What can you sell? What extra time do you have? And she has 9 kids and she works full time. But she has managed in just a couple of weeks to get $1,000 from selling things, from like just being resourceful. She has all these different apps and she's doing surveys and she's, but that's sometimes what it takes to do. It's like, if you don't have the money, the first step of seeing, are you really an entrepreneur? Are you a business person? Then go find the money, go figure it out.
This particular lady that you just mentioned, she has 9 VAs.
Right.
So
that's right.
That helps.
I know. Seriously.
Hey, I'll give you get them on TikTok or YouTube. Get those kids on TikTok. Get some money making there.
I know.
Videotape everything they do because kids are funny and call it that My Kids Are Funny channel and then do TikToks on them. And then, hey, you can start making some money. TikTok pays you.
I know, it's so true. But I love it. And what a great, and I keep telling her because she'll like, she'll sell something or she'll like get a, fill out a survey like, or like the Get Upside is a good app, for gas and different things. So she's like, I made $20 just by getting gas. And it's like, I know. And it's really exciting. And those like, you almost didn't think you had a win this week, Maria, but all of those things are wins because if you can figure out a way to make $3 online, you can figure out a way to make $3 million online.
But you know what, Bridget, this had to happen. I'm going to be a little bit, Bridget already knows my situation. You guys are going to hear this. This was crazy because, and I feel like it had to happen. It was on, I think it was Tuesday night or whatever night it was, yesterday, whatever. And the guy said he was, a webinar usually lasts an hour. This was going into 2 hours. And then he was saying, all this stuff. And finally, when he got to give, before he gave us the link, he said, and I'm going to allow 100 people in. There's 700 on here. And I'm thinking, and you guys don't know this, but like she was mentioning, I am severely disabled and I have caregivers. And my caregiver comes at 10 p.m. and she's not very patient sometimes. And she's like, I'm like, you have to wait. Just give me 5 minutes. And he was just about to give the link and I'm going, oh, come on. I don't think I'm going to make it. I have the credit card ready. I actually typed my credit card number out so that I could just copy and paste it. And I was ready. And she's like coming in the room and I'm like, just give me 5 more minutes. And while the webinar is going, she changed my clothes. She was doing my hair. I even brushed my teeth while the webinar was going on. And finally she came, I have to go. I'm like, you have to give me 5 minutes. And while I was typing, she had taken my reading glasses off so I couldn't see it too well. And I was typing and I was like, I'm going to get this. I was sweating bullets. I can read, I'm living it again. And I'm like, no. And I was screaming. I was like, I can't. I'm screaming, come here, get my glasses on. And she's rushing in the room to get my glasses on because I was typing in the section where I would put the date. I was putting in the wrong thing. I got in and I was like, there's no way I did this. The lady was, my caregiver's here waiting, rushing me, and I got in. You got to say that was destined to happen. That was because there was no way. 700 people trying to get in. I could barely type. I can barely see. Someone's rushing me, changing my clothes, and I got it. I was like, yes. It was a
There's
miracle.
so many times where you along this journey you get so discouraged and you're like, whether it's the bills coming or you're like, oh, I've spent so much time and I'm just not making any money. And then you have moments like that where you have like a win and it's like so rejuvenating. It's like, man, I can do this. This is really going to work. And it just helps to keep you motivated. It's like, man, I really needed that win.
I'm feeling the palpitations right now. And then on top of that, I don't want to keep, but I have to say another one. It's like stuff is falling into place and it's a blessing. Something's going on. I can feel it because also a few days ago, I was thinking about for my gold and silver business, I need to find people that might be interested. And I thought of this girl that I knew, but I've talked to her on and off, and she was having a grandchild. And I said, this would be perfect. And believe it or not, the girl called me this morning out of the blue. And she has COVID, that's not good, but she called me out of the blue. And then her husband was on the listening. She put him on speaker to say hi to me. And we were talking about gold and silver for a moment. And he said, I've always been interested. Send me information. I'm like, what? This is crazy. I mentioned this to her about a year ago. She wasn't interested. Now her husband's, I want to know. Can you imagine? Stuff is like falling. And I believe that all comes from just diligence and keeping the faith and just going through it, not worrying about what's going to happen. Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
So I think two things great happened this week.
Hey, well, that's so good to hear. I'm so glad.
It's always good to hear good news and
thank you.
Hear those wins.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
And it really is so important, those wins, and you should celebrate them. That's why I was asking, what's the wins? And see, Maria, you had a great week and you're like, oh, nothing happened. No win.
I have a quick question. How can I install a photo on my Zoom when I'm, if I'm not on video?
Go to your profile, your Zoom profile, and that image right there is what will show up when you turn your camera off. It'll have that image there. Like Maria doesn't have her camera on, and as soon as you turn it off, it'll show that. It defaults to that image.
Every time that I would see this photo of Maria, I was saying to myself, "Oh, you got another person in the Zoom." But no.
Oh, you muted again. See, I'll just show you.
Fine.
Oh, there you are.
By the way, how do I do the background? Oh, I'm muted again. Is that better? I'm back.
I can hear you now. Yeah, if you want to do the background, in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, you'll see the stop video, and then there's in the top right-hand corner of that button, there's a little arrow, and you can click that, and then choose virtual background or choose video filters and things like that.
You hear me now?
Yep.
Where is that button? I'm sorry.
If the stop video, if you click the little arrow in the top right-hand corner of that, the stop video button, you'll see that it says choose virtual background or choose video filters.
Yes.
Yeah, you can select that and search through them. So if I go to my video filters, you see that I now have glasses on.
Okay.
Cool.
She's rocking that out.
Okay, guys, do you have anything else left for me before I send you off on this amazing?
Sorry I took so much time, guys, but thank you for listening.
You did not take too much time, and I love hearing the wins. And I even love more hearing you excited about it.
Yeah, I am.
Bridget, I have one for you.
Uh-huh.
I haven't had time to even figure out what my wins were, but do you, I interacted with you a bit this week. So can you name any wins that I might potentially have?
Well, look, you just signed up for the fast track bundle. So that's a win, because by Monday, you're going to have your whole system set up to start getting leads.
Fantastic.
That's a win. Look how far you've come in such a short time.
Congrats, Leon.
Thank you. Yeah, I sort of, I think I saw the light one day. I realized that there's, why waste any more time? And, a few extra bucks, I can spend those dollars. But I think I fully understand what you put in the package. I get it. It's worth the time. And, and I think on top of everything in the package, what you do with the training and just being a part of the, the team here, I just think it's a great opportunity. So I'm all in.
Yeah, I love to create services around what is needed. And so that I'm really excited about it. But I think you'll see, not only does it tie together all of the tools, but it's everything that you need. It's all the things that I tell you guys, like, hey, when you get set up, here's what you need, but it's all done for you. And one of the most, like when I first came to HighLevel, I brought with me, at that time, 70 clients in my program. And I was like frantic because I was trying to learn HighLevel and I was coming from a different platform and things got crazy. And I was talking to it was like a light bulb moment for me too. It's like, I'm talking to someone and I'm like, oh, I need to figure out Mailgun and all these things. And he's like, just hire someone. I was like, why didn't I just think of that? I'm always preaching that. Why didn't I think of that? Why stress about it? I just need to hire someone who knows more than me and get it done and let me move on to the next phase.
Well, I even went so far as to put a feeler out for some virtual assistants. And I had a group of them that wanted to, to apply for the job. And I sort of got so busy this week, I didn't have time to fully screen them out and to go through that process. I was also thinking about the cost, the cost to me. So I still have to eventually do that because I'm sure I can find something for some VAs to do. Somewhere, I think there are several things that I could use VAs for, even at this stage of my process. So I still plan to do that.
Yeah, it's a great way. People ask me all the time, why don't you just like hire someone to do the training and things? But it's like, that's what I love to do. I want to hire everybody to do all the other stuff. And then I want to free myself up for the training. That's what I love to do. And that's what I am constantly telling everyone is like, focus on the things that you love to do, that you're good at, that is like you're driven to spend the time doing. But if you find yourself like, oh, I can't get this, I don't understand it, it's like I'm going down rabbit holes, it's taking too long, I'm feeling pressure, it's like, just hire someone to do it and move on.
I agree with you. You're not only, it's obvious that you enjoy the training. We can feel your energy. So that's, and by the way, in a nutshell, the training is evergreen. It's going to be there for you, and not only for you, but for everybody that has any type of interest whatsoever in what this is all about. Mm-hmm. That training is going to be, it's never going to become invaluable. Mm-hmm. 4 or 5 years from now, all those videos, people will still be using that stuff. And who knows, any day now, you may get 40 or 50 people to sign up in one day.
Yeah. And, I still get messages from people that are just looking at like really old videos that I did. They still comment that it's all over the place. So it's like
cooking tips.
It's
from
what?
You and your sister, your cooking tips from you and your sister. Talk about
all of those. Yeah. People still comment on all, they're all everywhere. But, I talk about that a lot. I do love that. And it's like I was telling you, Leon, about your channel too. It's so great to see, and it validates you and your whole journey when people can see like where you started and everything that you did and then where you are now. So it's so important. People.
Yeah, I sent you that email, an email regarding that short bio piece that I wrote. And the bio piece was probably 2 paragraphs, but I think that little bio piece, it just sort of talked about my journey as working with small businesses. And I started out with mom and pop shops, just kind of, doing their health insurance, life insurance, and their auto insurance. Eventually, I went to the blue collar people, the mechanics, the dentist, the chiropractor, little shops. And eventually I just worked my way up, and I started doing estate planning. I started doing, after getting a couple of degrees, I started doing business consulting. And I think as far as the website is concerned, my lead funnel system, I do need a website for the agency and just for my brand, period. Well, is that lead funnel system? That's not my main website, is it?
Typically, when a website and a funnel, okay, they're two different things in the sense that, I mean, some people say they're the same. The way that I like to differentiate them is a funnel has one call to action. There's usually no navigation, and it's great for paid ads, any type of advertising that you're doing. But if you are connecting something to your Google My Business profile and all of your social media accounts as your website, it needs to be basically a business card, essentially. It needs to show everything that you're doing, all the services you provide in much more detail than a typical funnel. A funnel is designed to get leads or to get sales. It's designed to convert. And a website is more like a, hey, here's everything about our business. Here's our About Us page. Here's our, landing page that has all of our offers. And then it branches off into, for example, if you're talking about you offer web design, Google ads, and social media, you're going to show that on your landing page. And then that's going to branch off to individual pages where you can talk about those things in much more detail, show examples of previous campaigns that you've run, all of those things you need in a website. But if you're doing lead gen, it needs to be a funnel. This would be a funnel for lead gen, but eventually, yes, you do need to create a website.
Do we have templates now that I could literally, I could sort of take a template that is sort of either designed from your old toolkit with a build raw, or even what you have at hand currently, a template that I could use for that very purpose, that would literally be my main website for my business.
You go to the sites tab in your dashboard and then go to websites. There's a lot of website templates there that you can choose from. I think there's an agency one as well.
Okay, because I do need that for sure. And that Google My Business.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that Google My Business.
Oh, you're cutting out again. I can't hear you.
I still have not completed the steps because it was a PO box. So you have that issue with the PO box.
You're cutting out in and out. It's hard to hear.
Am I good? Am I back now?
Yeah, I think you're back. And now you're gone again. Okay, you can send me an email, Leon. I definitely want to let you guys go. It is Friday. So thank you all so much for joining.
Right, so I had the issue with the PO box.
Okay. Yeah, send me an email, Leon, and then I'll make sure to get you an answer to that question. But thank you so much for joining me. I will see you all. Oh, and just to let you know, next week, I am literally going to take you behind the scenes of my entire lawn care business. We're launching for the season. There's a lot of potential right now for you guys to duplicate the system for other lawn care businesses, because they're all looking, and new lawn care businesses do not have any idea what they need to start a business. And I'm going to show you some free software I've talked about before that is perfect for integrating into a website and the whole system that we can provide for them, but also for people who are interested in starting a lawn care business. I'm going to tell you literally step by step everything that we do in the lawn care business and how we automate all of these processes, because we literally we don't even have to do advertising at all. We actually have so many people coming to us that we just pick and choose. We've raised our prices, and this is really what you want to do when you are trying to structure a business, especially when you don't want to hire employees. You want to stay like a solopreneur. So I'm going to show you the whole process next week. So thank you again for joining me. I will see you all Monday, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality.